right, let's take this puppy for a spin, shall we? Sport Plus, over into paddle shift mode. We are good to go. Can you feel the excitement in the air? All right, so let's talk about this 2020 BMW m850i xDrive. What you will expect to get. If you need one in your life, it's going to cost you around $150K. That sound is why people pay the money that they pay. There's nothing that equals the thrill of smashing through gears and listening to that. So, I've heard people say the newer cars, the newer performance cars, when you put them in sports mode, there's a lot more noise filtered through, whether it's the vents, the actual speakers, or whatnot. I'm totally okay with that. I am more than okay with that. In this case particularly, this car sounds amazing. If you're outside of it, whether it's in sport or comfort, and you gas it, it sounds like a Throaty V8. It's pumping out about 523 horsepower and 553 pound-foot of torque. Made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission and will get you 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in about 3.5 seconds. Car and Driver magazine, I believe, got 3.2 for this car. BMW claims 3.8, I believe. I tend to agree with Car and Driver. Car and Driver, whatever they do, whatever they're drinking, I want some, because they get the best 0 to 60 times. Better than Road and Track, better than Motor Trend, better than Automobile Magazine. They're just in full send mode all the time. It's hard to see guys doing YouTube videos doing 0 to 60s in the middle of their review, so I don't think I'm gonna do it either. There's videos that's, you know, specified just for 0 to 60 runs, quarter-mile runs, and so on, and you can search that up. I'm going to be talking about how it is to drive, how it is to live with this daily driven beast. And you actually can daily drive this car. You're engulfed in luxury. There is a lot of luxury around you. But don't mistake this for a luxury vehicle. It is not. It is a four-door sports car. It really is. It's got the engine to match. It's got the performance. It even looks like a sports car. It is low. It is wide. It is aggressive. If you're looking for something that's plush, luxurious, soft, still has a nice engine, then you might look at a BMW 750iL. I believe it's got the same engine as this. It might be detuned, don't quote me. But being a lot heavier, it's a land yacht. It's not gonna have this kind of exhilarating performance. I don't know the quarter-mile numbers on it. You guys would probably know more than I would. I'm gonna guess it's somewhere in the 12s, but it pulls. It kicks in at about 1700 RPM and pretty much gives you full output of the torque all the way. Torque is what pulls you into your seat. So it's always good to have more torque. Now, getting back to the luxury, I can't see a surface here that's not covered in leather unless I look at the roof line. And then it's like nice, plush, soft Alcantara. 2 sunroofs, dual controls in the back. It's got peasant blockers for the 2 passengers and also has peasant blockers in the rear shade as well. I call them peasant blockers, just like the guys at Straight Pipe, one of my favorite guys to follow on YouTube for cars. This is, what do you call it? I'm paying homage to them. They do the sun visor test. No pull. No problem. That has never been a big deal to me. But everything is solid. Everything is nice. I get BMW guys giving me nods all the time. Oh, I said, hey BMW, so this thing went on. Cancel.
What can I help you with?
Cancel.
All right. See you later.
Bye. So, getting to the luxury part. I turned off the gesture controls. So gesture controls with BMWs, anything that's on the radio. You can, you know, if you don't want to stretch all the way to that volume button right there, it's fine. We got steering wheel controls. Still a little too much for you to handle to go pop, pop, pop on a minus or a plus. You can go like this and turn the volume up. You can go like this, turn the volume down. Go like this to go to the next song. Go like this to go to the previous song. And I think if you go like that, it shuts the radio right off. That's why I turned the gesture control off, because I talk with my hands a lot. I'm doing this when I'm singing, rapping along to whatever's going on. I kept turning things off and on, and next song and this and that. So gesture control is off. It's a cool wow factor, I'm not gonna lie. If somebody's in the passenger seat, I'll be like, hey, this is cool, watch this. Other than that, I didn't find that I used it in other BMWs that I've reviewed. I'm in the suburbs in Toronto. We don't have the best drivers. Lights turn green, people sit there. I don't know what they're doing. I hope they're not on their cell phones. Maybe they're YouTubing their latest sourdough bread recipe. So, back to the interior. Very little piano black. I love the way piano black looks. I hate keeping piano black clean. It's just not something that's possible. Every 3-4 days, especially if you drive with the windows down for a small period of time, there is just dust everywhere. It is getting a little bit darker out, which is nice because I can see the ambient lighting starting to come on. BMW has really stepped up their game with their ambient lighting. Oh my God. I had no idea. I'm doing 120 kilometers an hour. I'm in a 60. Officer, I'm reviewing a BMW. Very cool interior. It's got nice little brushed metal. I think it's like brushed aluminum, accents everywhere. I can see the speakers are lit up. There's like tiny, it's like perforated design on the brushed aluminum contours, the door. And I have it set on purple lighting right now. One of my favorite colors. I believe it's adjustable in 5 colors. I will play around with it, but I can see the light coming through a little bit. It's sharp. This is a really nice car. I could honestly, if I had lottery money, I would get one of these. It's got the practicality of 4 doors. Trunk space is huge. Driver comfort is there. I don't know if you can catch the style of the seats is so sharp, and the way the stitching's done, it's almost like a Cobra head. Crystal shifter. It's got the gesture controls. It's got the hey. I'm not gonna say it because she's gonna wake up. Let's try it actually. Let's have something fun. Hey BMW.
Good evening. What can I help you with?
I'm very bored.
I can't imagine that it's boring. Maybe you haven't had a chance yet to try out sport mode?
Oh, but I have. I don't want to give this car back, guys. I'm absolutely in love with it. I want to win the lottery so I can buy one of these. Not gonna lie, I'd buy the M8. I'd buy the M8 competition. It's this thing on steroids. And if you have that kind of money, everything should be on steroids for you. Shifts are super quick. Downshifts are super quick. Can you hear the crackles and pops? So I'm in sport. I'm in manual mode. You're gonna get a lot of crackles and pops. People stare at you. They hate you. You could see the anger in their face when they see you. It's loud. It's obnoxious. It's everything that makes this exhaust beautiful in its own way. I can't see anybody not being in sport mode. I don't know if you can pick up the sounds that this car is giving off, but it is erotic. It is nothing short of just eroticism. Is that a word? It's a word now. So 2 negatives. Some might say, that getting in and out is kind of hard. You're very low to the ground, being a 4-door sports car. And 2, the maintenance. General maintenance. New tires, going through brakes if you're tracking. Gas tanks on gas tanks on gas tanks. You're gonna go through. The plus, the 2 plus. I mean, there's a plethora of pluses when you're dealing with a car like this. If I had to do it down to 2, the engine is by far number 1. the performance that this engine gives you, the thrill, all of that has to be the number one factor. And two, it's the rarity of this. You know, if you have this car, your neighbor's not going to have one, like a Honda Civic or even a BMW 3 Series. You're not going to see it very often. So when you're spending this kind of coin, some people, they want to stand out. This car will stand out. I've gotten numerous thumbs up, you know, nods and so on. Like, I've had people slow down and go around my car, driving, just checking out all the angles. And it's sexy. It's got a big fat butt. It's got the low mean stance. The grille is amazing. I know it's under a lot of heat right now. I don't want to say criticism, but BMW grills lately has been something that people want to talk about, left, right, and center. Nothing to talk about here. It's a great job. BMW's done a great job.
Good evening.
The rear end.
What can I help you with?
Nothing. Cancel.
Pardon?
Cancel.
Okay.
BMW has done a great job with the rear end of this vehicle. It is fat. It is voluptuous. The lights on the back is the new design language for the brand. The X6 is a perfect example of it. The coupe version of this has it. The new 4 Series coming kind of looks like a baby 8. I can't get enough of this. I can't get enough of that. I know everybody hates me right now, and I would too if I wasn't in this, but right now it's, you can hate me now. How's the ride? The ride's nice. It's a little bit sporty, being in sport. It absorbs bumps really well. It's riding on super thin, like 30 or 35 profile tires on 20-inch rims, so you're not going to get that 7 Series ride. You shouldn't expect it. I feel so weird when I'm doing videos and I come to a complete stop. People are looking at me like, what is he doing? He's talking to himself. He has the AirPods, so he must be talking into the camera. I wonder if people listening to this car from the outside, do they think the same thing? Like, oh, that sounds amazing. It's more like, shut up, you douchebag. Turn off the sport mode. Turn off the sport mode, you say. We're in comfort. So, some cool features that you're gonna get. Heated, cooled seats. This doesn't have massage seats. It doesn't need it. The 7 Series will have the massage seats. This car is catching so many looks. Thanks to COVID, people are out biking, walking around. This is beautiful to see. Not COVID, but because of COVID, what it's doing. I'm hearing bicycles are sold out at your local shops and this and that. People are out walking around, being healthy. This is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. I want to see more of this moving forward. As soon as the city opens up, everyone goes back to normal, hibernation and so on, which is really sad. It's got the new interface. It's got the iDrive 7, gesture controls. It's wireless charging. Apple CarPlay. I believe Android Auto is coming soon, unless it has it, but I'm Team Apple. Now the ride. Getting back to the ride. That's in comfort. And it still sounds nice. It doesn't have that slingshot pull of the Sport Plus. But, I mean, you guessed. Did I mention it was a twin turbo V8? Well, it is. The seating position is very comfortable. I don't know about the legroom back there. It looks like it's a decent amount. However, that can't be the selling point for this car. Maybe in a Camry, but not in this. If I had this, if I won the lottery and I had stupid money and I bought one of these, the chances of somebody being in my back seat is very low. Very, very low. Maybe 0 to none, unless I'm back there and somebody's driving my drunk ass home. So as I wrap up this test drive, out of 10, overall, so far, my driving experience, including everything that comes with the inside of the vehicle, I never give a 10. No car ever gets a 10. That's just not something that is a thing. However, this gets pretty close. I would have to give this a 9.6. I don't have a grading system, so I can't even tell you how I got that number. It would probably be a 9.7 if I had tints. Shame on you, BMW, for not pre-tinting your cars. Just kidding. What would make this a 9.7 or a 9.8? Flat bottom steering wheel. I don't know, for some reason, I am so gung-ho about flat bottom steering wheels. Maybe an Alcantara steering wheel. That's probably with the M8.
Folks, thanks again for watching. Please make sure you tune back in for more reviews and more test drives. This is Nice Shoes RB.